but black people don't sunburn. Like, how is that supposed to look natural on my skin? What's up, model babes? Welcome back to another video, and thank you so much for tuning into this one. If you're new here, my name is Key, and I am here to help you new and aspiring models navigate this modeling industry. Now, in light of what's going on in the world today with all these social justice issues and these civil rights issues that's taking place in America right now, I wanted to just take the time today to talk about the inequality in the modeling industry, and really specifically the experiences that I have seen and witnessed and had myself. It's no secret that the modeling industry is and has been favored for more white or fair-skinned models. Majority of campaigns and fashion shows have a higher percentage of white models than they do models of color, and that's just facts. There is a real struggle for black models in this industry. White models have been the face of this industry since it started. We all know that. Every 10 models you'll see, there's probably only one black model or one model of color that'll be thrown in the mix. And most times those models are usually on the sidelines or backups, seen as extras for the main models, which are usually white models. Over the years, there definitely has been more inclusion of models of color and black models into campaigns, into fashion shows, but still to this day the percentages do not even come close. And personally, I have felt like the industry does not care about me or doesn't even want me. When it comes to bookings, most of the time the job will go to a light hair, fair skinned model. Granted, it does depend on if the client is looking for something specifically, but if it's an open casting, 9 out of 10 times that job is going to a white model who is represented by an agency who has a whole roster full of white models. They'll occasionally sprinkle in and sign a model of color, but I promise you, if you ask, the most booked model on their roster is a white model. And if they do book a black model, it's usually a mixed model with a big curly fro or a dark-skinned model that has a long weave. Now, why is that? Those looks are really specific, right? Because the modeling industry has these stereotypes of what models should look like. They try to push this look onto all the aspiring models so they know where to place you in the market. It's really funny because you would think that the modeling industry would be open to these different unique looks, but not really. They have their looks already predetermined, and if you don't look like that, then you don't fit in and they don't know where to place you. Case in point, when I did New York Fashion Week last year, I had booked a fashion show, and on the day of, all the models arrived to the fashion show a few hours early so they can get ready, do hair and makeup, right? So the main makeup artist had gathered all the other makeup artists so she could demonstrate what she wanted the look to be for all the models. So first off, she had picked a white model to do the demonstration on, and then she told all the other makeup artists that she wanted a really nice, clean, simple look. She just wanted all the models to have this little sunburnt kiss on the face, right? So she had put like this deep orange blush on the model's cheeks, right? So it looked like she had been sunburned, and I think she added like a few freckles to her face. I think the model already had some freckles, but she added like a few freckles to the face, like right in this area, and that's the look that she wanted. And so when she was telling them this, I was thinking in my head, but black people don't sunburn. Like, how is that supposed to look natural on my skin if I don't get that, like, I mean, at least not like white people, like we don't get orange, you know. I might have gotten a little like dark brown, and, you know, a little toasty. Skin started to crack a little bit on my shoulders. I've gotten that. But as far as like colored, you know, I don't get orange when I sunburn. So I'm thinking, like, how is that supposed to look natural on a black model, right? And there was a few of us. Granted, I said a few. It was around like 40, 50 models. There was probably like a total of like 10 or 15 black models. There were other models of color there. There was a few Asian models, and then I'm also counting the guys too. So there was quite a lot of models there, but as far as black models, we were definitely the lower percentage. So anyway, when it's time for me to go to get my makeup done, I go to the chair and I'm really nervous because I've had this experience before where a makeup artist wasn't able to do my makeup at a fashion show and I just had to do it myself. So I get to the chair and the makeup artist is really cool, you know, really nice, we bonded, but you know, she's just following orders, so she has to put this bright orangey blush on my face and these freckles that you could barely see, and it just doesn't look natural. But you know, me as being a new model in New York Fashion Week, it was my first time doing New York Fashion Week, I didn't want to rock the boat. So that's the first thing that happened. I've always noticed that black models get the short end of the stick. And then it was time to do my hair. And I don't exactly remember what she had said the hairstyle was to be. I think it was like a slick back look. You know, obviously on white models, their hair, majority of them have straight hair that's easily to just slick back with some water or something like that. But I think that was the look that she had said. And so when it was my turn to get my hair done, again, I'm getting really nervous. I'm like, okay, well, obviously they can't do that with my hair. What are they gonna do? And the fact that I had said obviously they can't do that to my hair is already showed you that there's a problem. You could get that style achieved on my hair, it's just going to take some time. You're going to have to straighten it and know how to manipulate my hair texture, right? But I know that the hairstylists here have no idea how to work with my natural curls. So when I go to the hairstylist, the first thing when I walk up, her face is she's like, wow, okay. And if you know, at the time I had just shaved my head and it started to grow out to like a little fro. So when I walked up, she was like, oh, okay. So when I sat down, she had like picked up some spray. I don't think she knew what she was spraying on my head. She picked up something and like spritzed my hair a little bit and like slowly, like literally slowly pats it down like this and then tells me, okay, you're all good. I mean, not much we can do here, and lets me go. And I was like, well, okay, thanks for nothing. And that was strike two. And I was just really annoyed because I was looking like, this is not fair. If you had the right people there that knew how to work with curly textures, then, you know, we could be able to feel like we were, you know, pampered a little bit, like have the same experience that the white models are having. They get their makeup done all nice, they have their hair nice and slick back, they have time taken on them, you know. Like when it comes to black models, people are just like, yeah, get something done and just send them on their way, you know. We don't know what to do with them, and it's really sad. I had asked some of the other black models who had done this before, you know, done New York Fashion Week, done more fashion shows than I had at the time, and they were like, yeah, you know, we already knew that was gonna happen. I'm not even going over there. I'm not going to that chair. She's not gonna touch my hair. She's not gonna mess with my hair. Like, and the fact that this is what is expected is really sad. But I would like to say that it doesn't have to be that way. Case in point, when I went to Paris Fashion Week and I booked a fashion show and I was getting my hair and makeup done. Now makeup went exactly the same. They didn't know exactly how to put, you know, they didn't have foundation to match my skin. It was very like washed out. I looked gray, you know. They tried to put like some weird, like too bright of a color on my lips that did not match with my skin tone, so I had to redo some things on my own. When it came to hair, there was actually one professional hairstylist there, a black woman with curly hair, who actually took the time to style my hair. I think for this show there was no certain style, and she had came with the model group that I decided to travel with, but she had particularly took the time to address each one of my curls and twist them up with like gel or whatever product she was using. She attended to each one of my curls and made sure that each one was moisturized and styled. Just the simple fact that she had took the time to actually do my hair made me so happy. I was just very grateful. Like, I was just thanking her, like, thank you so much for taking your time on my head. I really appreciate it. I know I don't have a lot to work with, but I appreciate you. And she was like, no, no worries. This is why I'm here. You know, this is what I do. I love working with curly textures. A black woman, you know? So I feel like these production houses that put these fashion shows together and hire the makeup and hair team, they should make sure that that team has someone on their team to attend to black hair, that knows how to work with curly textures, because it's not fair that us black models don't get the same treatment. Another thing that I've noticed is a lot of black models are stereotyped into one or two genres of modeling, which is usually swim and lingerie. And I was noticing it's because black models are a little wider than most white models. They have wider hips that usually can't fit into these sample sizes for like runway or some campaign shoots. So they're usually having to stick to swim and lingerie because the industry does not allow them to fit into these other genres of modeling. And there's more that I could point out, but really there just needs to be more recognition for how black models are treated in the industry. There needs to be more agencies and more production companies that are pushing for equality while on set or while at fashion shows. You need to have people on your team that is skilled in black hair and knowing how to work with black textures and curly textures, and you need to, for everyone's sake, black or not, you need to change these sample sizes. Not everybody can fit into a size 2, okay? And not to say not everybody is meant to, but realistically, these body types that most designers are building are for, you know, petite white models, and black bodies don't fit into those sizes. So you need to be more inclusive with your sizing and just want to change. That it all starts with that. If you don't acknowledge that there needs to be change and then actually want to change, then nothing is going to change. So I hope that this just sheds some light on the inequality that's going on in the modeling industry, and I hope that I was able to bring some awareness to the situation, and hopefully, you know, we can make changes. I feel like really the only way to make real change is to have our own production houses for fashion shows and have our, you know, our own makeup and hair teams, you know, working for our people. Thank you for tuning into another one of my videos. I hope you guys found this, you know, interesting just to hear about my experiences and I hope this got you thinking on how you can start making changes within the industry yourself. So if you like this one, you know, be sure to give me a thumbs up, make sure that you're subscribed, and push the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.